Finish line.
Hey, hey, princess. Did I win?
Oh, when do you ever lose, Daddy? Mwah.
What are you doing out here? It's so early.
Oh, I just thought I'd get a hold of you before Harper Worldwide takes over.
Hey, what's going on in that pretty little head of yours?
Come on, let's walk.
Walking with my girl in the park makes me feel at least 20 years younger.
Well, enjoy it, because in a few seconds, you're probably going to feel a little older. Daddy, David and I are going to have a baby.
What?
You're going to be a grandpa.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. Sweetheart. Oh. My little girl's going to be a mother. How long has it been? How many months?
3. Are you happy?
Are you? And so am I. Now, let's get you organized, young lady. I think that Leon Bellis is the best obstetrician in the country. I'll set
Daddy,
up an appointment.
I've been seeing Dr. Van Adams for years. He says I'm doing beautifully.
All right, if you're really happy with him. But I want nothing but the best for that new granddaughter of mine.
And what makes you so sure it's going to be a girl?
Are you kidding? Those genes of yours are too good to waste on a boy. Come on, let's go tell your mother, huh? Scotty's waiting for me with the car.
Well, I really should go home and get David off to work.
You're gonna come on and have breakfast with us. Come on.
All right, Daddy.
What kind of breakfast do mothers-to-be like?
I don't want croissants. Whatever happened to good old American English muffins?
Well, just think of this as a breakfast tour of Europe, and you've just crossed the channel.
No. There are no nooks, no crannies in a croissant.
Off the phone, young lady. We have to be in Manhattan in 1 hour.
Just a minute, Mom. Do you get stage fright before you get there?
Of course. Why do you think they call it a shoot? But listen, I know you'll be great for expectations.
I'm not so sure. I saw your ads last night. You're terrific.
I will be once I get out of this bed. Oh, listen, John Waite's doing a concert here next week, and I'm gonna go.
Next week? And your mother's gonna let you?
I've been out of the hospital 6 days. I'm going crazy.
Lori, please. I gotta go. Wish me luck.
Good luck, Lori. I'll talk to you later.
How did I get myself into this?
You're gonna knock him dead, kid.
Thanks, Michael. If Steve calls, tell him we're still on for tonight, okay?
Right.
5 minutes, Miss Caswell. A quick call to Racine. I know, honey. We might have to have a second line put in.
Oh, sure. I'll have my crew put one in right after they add on the new cook swing. I'll call from the site.
Sandy. Yeah, I just looked over the new Harper Cosmetics contracts, and could you tell Racine that they're fine?
Racine. She's been in more beds than a hotel breakfast tray, but I never thought she'd be in mine.
Well, you can see why she is the most powerful agent in the industry. She has that lean and hungry look.
I remember when Blair introduced her to me. I thought she looked like a crocodile in lip gloss. Don't say I never warned you. Still, she's done pretty well for a girl named off a map of Wisconsin.
I just wish that I didn't have to interview her. These minor celebrity profiles instead of the blood and guts of the fashion business.
You know, I'd like to be there when you tell Racine that she's a minor celebrity.
I just wish I could drop the whole story.
What?
That's a stretch from being our man in Beirut to the faces of fashion. They call this career advancement.
Mark, it's for Newsbeat. It's a cover story. And they hired Mark Bailey because he's the only man that can get the story behind the sizzle. Besides, the cab fare from here to Beirut was killing me.
You remember when I first came back, I was waiting for an assignment. I didn't have the job with the DA yet.
And we spent 4 whole days in bed together.
5.
Oh, yeah. It was a leap year.
Hey.
We never have time anymore.
We do now.
But David discovered Lori, and he needs her for Tempest.
And I need her for expectations. Look, Blair, I outbid him. It's as simple as that. Business is business.
The Harper family motto. I thought his being your brother-in-law might make a difference.
Sure made a lot of difference when he assaulted me at my own reception, didn't it? Look, Blair, I'm sorry, but I've got to go. I'm running late.
Wesley, I have something to tell you.
I already know. And congratulations.
Daddy told you. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you myself.
And you know, Daddy, he made it very clear that I should have been the one to give him his very first grandchild.
Are you happy for me?
Does it really matter?
Oh, Wesley, you know it does.
Look, I'm happy if you're happy. Would you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Just don't call him Grant.
Daddy says it's gonna be a girl.
Of course, Daddy would. You will take good care of yourself, won't you?
Everybody seems to be doing that for me.
Good.
And Wesley,
Yes.
about Lori Caswell.
You see, you're impossible. All right, I will think about releasing her maybe one day, maybe 2 days. I said I will think about it.
She was only 17, but she was sexy. She was only 17. She said she loved me. 17 years old.
What's the matter? Nobody here you like?
Well, nobody close to Lori Caswell. Zoli, Elite, they've been sending over squadrons, but none of them are right. I said young. I said fresh, innocent. Look at that. Last one must have been 27. Nobody has what Lori's got. I tell you, if Wesley wasn't your brother...
Please. I've had enough of my family for one day. I am here to collect on a promise for one long lunch, remember?
Oh, Blair, I'm sorry. I can't. I've got to cancel. I'm absolutely swamped. Besides trying to find a model, I got all this bookwork to catch up on.
You know, I still don't understand Nick leaving you like this.
Hey, he wants to keep his marriage together. You can't do that long distance.
I know, but this just all happened so suddenly, and I know how much Tempest meant to Nick. David, there's something else, isn't there?
Okay. I might as well tell you. Nicky made a little mistake. See, he, partly my fault, but he borrowed some money from the wrong people, and, now we can't, repay it immediately.
What do you mean, the wrong people?
He, went to a loan shark.
A loan shark? I don't believe this. How much money?
$250,000.
$250,000, David.
I know. I'm checking out refinancing, but it is not easy. Money's tight. Come on, don't worry. I'll handle it.
Well, look, why don't we use my trust fund as collateral for a loan?
No.
David, I'm your wife.
No! I am not going to use your money to bail out Tempest.
It's our money.
Have you ever thought that it might not be the easiest thing in the world being married to Grant Harper's daughter? That's one of the reasons I want this baby. Yours and mine. Ours. Now, I know you love him. But I tell you, Blair, sometimes I feel like I'm married to him, too. Now, I'm going to get the money myself, right? I'm going to see Connie at the bank this afternoon. So don't worry. Hey, come on. I'll take care of it. Yeah. Yeah, put him on.
Mr. Fenton, this is Parnell. The days are passing. I've been waiting to hear from you. Mr. Fenton, are you there?
Yeah, of course.
You owe us $325,000. The interest is running up as my patience is running out.
Yeah, I understand.
No, I don't believe you do. When my patience runs out, the game changes. I don't think you'll like the new rules.
Kickoff.
And last but not least, Dinah Caswell called.
And said what?
Well, she said she's been over the Harper paperwork, and it's acceptable to her.
Oh, really? Imagine that. A contract that is acceptable to Dinah Caswell. It really is an absolute sin that that fine legal mind of hers is just frittering away out there in suburbia. And now, get me copies of those contracts and bring them over to me. I'll take them to Wesley this afternoon.
Already done.
Sandy, how efficient, as always. And what about Karen Cobb?
She does not want to change agents, Racine.
Sandy, are we lying down on the job? Or perhaps not lying down enough?
You know she's trouble. Could we just drop that?
Sandy, Karen Cobb makes $5,000 a day modeling. Now, I want her making that for this agency. Sign her. And then perhaps we'll have another little chat about that promotion for you, hmm?
If that is supposed to motivate me, Racine. Hey, look, I'll do what I can. I'll sign her.
Good. Now, exactly where is Laurie Caswell shooting today?
Wait, Oliver, wait a minute. Laurie, honey, let's try it without the bow, okay?
Do we have to?
Yeah. You look gorgeous, sweetheart. There we go. I just want to go maybe for a little different look, all right? That's better.
Okay, Lord, let's make it. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Good look. Good look. Some more eye turn left. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now undo the time. Undo the time. Very nice. Head up. Head up. And look at me. Give me the eyes. Eyes. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Still down to the left. Beautiful, babe. Perfect. Fellas, yours.
Wesley, this is not what we talked about at all. This is exactly what I don't want for Laurie. I mean, look at her. It's too suggestive. It's too overt.
Dinah, she looks wonderful. Come on, we're selling perfume, remember? Glamour, romance. Look at her. She looks fabulous.
You said this was going to be a love story.
It is a love story. Come on, she's meeting the man she's only dreamed about. She's falling in love.
I do have a right to stop this shoot. Unless you'd like to.
All right, everybody, let's take a break. Come on, honey, you look great. Beautiful. Conrad, take care of the face, will you?
Yeah, okay.
All right, Dinah, can we discuss this?
Mm-hmm. We discussed it at length before we signed Laurie's contract with Harper Cosmetics. She's 16 years old. She looks like Joan Collins up there.
Dinah, please. When you see the proofs of the shoot, you will understand what we were aiming for.
Wesley, don't patronize me. I don't need to see the proofs to tell me you're trying to turn my daughter into another Taryn Blake.
Champagne, anyone?
Yes, I would
No.
like some. Thank you.
Wesley, could I have a word?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's the model's dress. I'm not too sure it should be that form-fitting. It seems a little tight.
It's very tight.
I told Jane to unpin it. It should hang much better now.
Oh, maybe you're right.
And the makeup?
Oh, you noticed that, too. I've asked Conrad to, lighten it up a bit. You have quite an eye, Miss,
Donna Caswell, Laurie's mother. Jake Larner, Harper Worldwide's advertising VP.
I'm delighted to meet you.
Ah, I've got a meeting back up at Harper. I better run. Would you,
Oh, no. You go right ahead. We'll
Great.
handle things here. No problem, Wes.
Great, take care. Thank you.
You have a very good visual sense, Mrs. Caswell.
Please, Dinah.
Dinah. Do you work in the industry?
Well, I was assistant buyer at Macy's a lifetime or two ago.
Yeah, that always shines through. Creativity.
Cloudy and cooler tomorrow with a strong chance of late evening showers.
Please.
Mom,
Taryn, get back into bed.
I'm bored.
If you're bored, you're boring. Why don't you watch one of those movie videos I bought for you?
And you're bored too.
Don't be silly. I'm relaxing.
Mom, I want to go back to work.
When you're ready.
But I'm ready now.
Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I need some more time. Did you ever think of that? This has taken a lot out of me, too, Taryn. You weren't in the hospital with a cold, you know.
Mommy, I know, and I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry.
I'm scared.
What are you scared about?
How are people going to remember me if I'm sitting home in bed? They'll forget who Taryn Blake is.
They'll never forget who you are. I won't let them. You're the best. Oh. Taryn, darling, listen to me. It's too soon. It's only been 2 weeks. And I know you. You'll be working, I'll be pushing.
I'm a model. That's who I am. I need you to prove to them that I'm still the best. Please, Mommy. And besides, I'm getting flannel poisoning.
All right. I'll put a call into Racine.
No, let's go see her now. I need some fresh air.
Absolutely not.
I'll call down for the limo.
I have not said yes.
Hello, Sandy? Is Racine there?
Go ahead, what you were saying.
Well, I was saying that I think our approach should be...
Just take a second. Ellen?
Ellen's at lunch, Mr. Harper. This is Bobby.
Bobby, did Ellen set up a tennis date for me at the Racket Club?
Yes, Mr. Harper. You have a reservation at 3 o'clock with...
Thank you, Bobby. Well, this is very, very promising. Except for the name, Tangier. Tangier. I don't like that. It's not right for a perfume.
Look, my research team has tested it. Tangier is hot, sexy, exotic.
Foul, dangerous, and dirty. I know. I've been to Tangier. That was in 1949. Yeah. I certainly wouldn't pay $200 an ounce to be reminded of it.
Well, what a shame. You're just the market we had targeted.
Just trying to help. Any new product is a gamble. Let's give this
Have you
a
ever
rethink.
once considered gambling on me? Trusting my judgment, my abilities?
We can't even discuss a business project.
You've never discussed anything in your life. It's either your way or not at all.
Damn it, Wesley. You're the head of an important division. I expect you to take constructive criticism from the chairman of the board in a positive, responsible manner.
Responsible? Well, no problem with that. Because whenever I'm in this office, I always feel responsible for everything.
Wesley?
Even for the fact that 35 years ago, you spent a lousy night in Tangier.
We'll talk about this tonight at Foxtown.
This had better be good. Did you hear? Bill Gerber's backing out. Scratch your key loan shark, witness. Am I missing something here?
Why is it that Parnell only makes phone calls from his limo?
Because he had some state-of-the-art surveillance-proof car phone installed. It isn't surveillance-proof. We got a wiretap?
You bet we did. We sold him the system through our dummy corporation. Today we got a tape called 15 to 20 Years for Larry Parnell. The best vocals you've ever heard.
We've got a witness. Who is it? Will they testify?
He will if I know my assistant. Listen to this. Run this back a little. I want you to hear something.
Parnell, this is David Fenton. I couldn't talk earlier. You'll get the money, but you're going to have to negotiate the interest.
There is no negotiating, Mr. Fenton. Your partner signed an agreement. The figures were quite clear. I told you.
Some designer guy named Fenton. He's the witness that'll put these guys away for 30 years.
Who the hell is Polly Loftus?
Julia, she's only one of the hottest new designers on the West Coast. Not only that, there's oodles of money, twice what Halston is offering.
I mean, who is Polly Loftus to us? I suppose she wants Taryn to launch her line.
I like her stuff.
Darling, that's not the point. Halston's much more your style.
You're right, Julia. I mean, mature, sophisticated, worldly. That's Taryn's specialty.
I'm bored with my specialty. I want to do something different.
And you're absolutely right about Polly's clothes. Actually, the more I think of it, they probably would look much better on Laurie Caswell.
Exactly. Free high heel. Mall clothing. Perfect for Laurie Caswell. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Although I have to say, I think it is a brilliant idea of the ad company to come up with this idea of tying it in with the John Waite video.
John Waite?
Oh, yes, he's going to be doing the shoot with her. Apparently, he's some very popular singer or something.
Apparently, he's the greatest. I'd die to work with him.
Racine, I am here to discuss Taryn's career, not some boy singer.
Mom, I want to do this. I'd love to work with him.
Do you remember the offers we said we would accept?
Mom, I really want to do this. Please, I have to have this job.
Taryn, darling, why don't you just step outside and get yourself a nice diet soda?
How dare you?
Julia, I thought we weren't going to do or say anything to upset Taryn.
Ha! How dare you bring in a John Waite video tie-in? For God's sake, Racine, the music business is in worse shape than the fashion business.
Oh, Julia, from all I hear, this John Waite is a very ordinary kid. He used to sing with his family.
Oh.
You know, like those people in Utah with all the teeth.
I don't believe you. I should have known this was going to happen. Taryn just got out of the hospital. She's not ready for this. You're pushing her, and she's in no condition to make the right decisions.
Especially when she's at this difficult age, right? I mean, only a year away from becoming legally an adult when all those checks start going directly to her.
What do you love, Doctor?
Game, 7 match. Good play, Grant.
Thank you.
Ah, I'm in every recovery.
Physician, heal thyself.
I'm in obstetrics, not sports medicine. There is a difference.
Well, it depends on how you define sport.
Yeah. I haven't seen you here before during the day.
I usually play very early in the morning or at night. But I had a hole in my schedule today, so I figured I'd squeeze in a game with somebody. Not too bad for grandfather, huh?
Oh, Blair told you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Naturally, I'm concerned about my daughter's RH situation. But I understand with the first child, there's no problem, right? I need to know this, Doctor.
Then you'll have to talk to Blair about it. I can't discuss her condition, even with you.
You mean there is something to discuss, then?
Oh, I mean, doctor-patient confidentiality is sacred.
Sacred? You think my daughter is any less sacred than me? If anything happens to her, anything that I might have prevented if I had known more, I'll hold you personally responsible.
You're putting me in a very difficult position, Grant. Why don't you talk to her about it?
No. She's too proud, too independent. She won't tell anyone, not even me, even if it's for her own good. Is it the RH problem?
Somehow. Probably because of an earlier unnoticed miscarriage. Blair has developed antibodies. which could be a problem.
Well, then she can't have a baby.
I'm afraid she insists. But with monitoring, medication, transfusions if necessary, she'll do just fine.
But the pregnancy could endanger her health. Could even mean her life.
We'll do our best to minimize the risk. But it's her decision, Grant.
I'm very grateful to you for this, Stephen. And I'd appreciate it if you kept me posted on a condition. Nothing in the world is more sacred to me than that daughter of mine. By the way, I understand you're hoping to get the chairmanship of the state board this year. It just so happens that I've been asked for a recommendation. Of course, you'll have it.
Hello. I'm Mark Bailey from Newsbeat. And you must be Sandy Paris.
Your appointment was at 4 o'clock. You're over an hour late. Racine's in a meeting?
My fault. I'll wait. Maybe you can save us some time. Just a little background. Now, I have read everything there is about Racine, and nobody seems to know her last name.
There isn't one. It's just Racine.
I get it. Like Cher, huh? Or Popeye.
Yes, there's a Mark,
Oh, it's just Mark.
from Newsbeat. Now? Okay. Go on in.
Thank you.
Come on in, we're almost finished. Oh, Tony, that's wonderful. You are such a dream. Well worth waiting for.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have to wait if you kept your appointments. Stay there for a little while.
Mm-hmm. I hope you're not offended, Mr. Bailey. Tony is in such demand, and he's so temperamental. Cancel one little appointment, and he just disappears for months.
I'm not offended. In fact, I apologize for being late. Would you rather I waited outside until you're decent?
How much time do you have? No, that's all right. Tony likes for me to cool down for a little bit anyway. I'll just stay right here. Would you like to sit down?
So I'll see you next week.
Yes, thank you, darling. Would you care for a drink?
No, thank you, but let me get one for you.
I understand you live with my favorite client's best friend. And how is Sarah? Such a sweet girl.
Sarah's very well, thank you. I see you have done your homework.
Well, better the evil known than the evil unknown, I always say.
Is that how you feel about the press?
Oh, I've never had too much luck with the press, Mr. Bailey. I'm a very capable, intelligent businesswoman, but somehow my image in the press is just a little different.
Somewhere between a white slaver and a madam. And you consider yourself to be what?
A damn good agent. I brought this company to the top in 7 years, and I've done it all alone.
From everything I've read about you, you are rarely alone.
So, has Mark Bailey of Newsbeat magazine decided on his approach to Racine? For the story, of course. Or is our man in Beirut going for spontaneity?
If I had already decided what I was going to write, I wouldn't be here. No, I would like to find out what makes Racine run.
Racine does not run, darling. It's far too undignified. Well, all right. Do you take notes? I thought you were bringing a photographer. I'm so glad you didn't.
A photographer? Is that the reason for the setup?
No, darling, that's the reason for the towel.
I hate this. David Fenton is married to my closest friend. I can't use my relationship with them to pressure him into testifying.
Who said anything about pressure? You might try asking him.
Oh, and if he says no, then I pressure him. Tom, I don't care about the others, the ones I don't know.
We have 11 complaints, that's all. Then we have Fenton on the telephone with Parnell. Come on. We can nail him with Fenton's testimony. I'm sorry, Sarah. I know there's a personal conflict here for you, but this is your job. You have to make a choice.
Might as well get it over with. Would you call David Fenton at Tempest Sportswear? Tell him I'm on my way over there.
No. Nick's got enough problems of his own. If anyone is going to do anything about this, I am.
David, I am sorry, but Nick got you into this.
No, I got us into this. If I hadn't been such a hotshot, leaving all the financial stuff up to Nick, this never would have happened. But we got loan sharks, now we got the DA. Sarah, I know these people. I grew up with them, you know, and they do not take kindly to anyone going to the cops.
David, there is no way for Parnell to find out for sure you are cooperating with the DA. This whole investigation, under wraps.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
We need as much information on Parnell as we can get. If you can string him along, we can get the evidence we need to convict him.
And you'll need a deposition as well.
For the grand jury. And, David, you may have to testify.
Oh, great. Great!
Wait a minute.
Great.
Grand jury proceedings are a closed session. You will be anonymous. 99% of these cases never make it to open court. They're either settled or dropped. But, no promises on that.
And what can you promise?
Only that we will do the very best we can to settle this fast. David, I know how much I'm asking of you. I am trying not to take advantage of our friendship.
Even if it is convenient. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, it's not your fault. But you can promise me one thing. Please, do not make this a big deal with Blair. She is already worried.
Okay, I promise. I'll keep it light. And David? I really am sorry.
We return in triumph. Vinny, Vidi, Gucci.
Well, that's wonderful.
I was so nervous, but it was great.
Yeah, well, it started off a little rocky, but it was gorgeous. I mean, the Brooklyn Heights promenade, Manhattan skyline across the river. Beautiful.
And I had on this red satin dress, an incredible feather boa, and you should have seen the other man while he had a tuxedo on. And my hair looks so great. Steve, hi! Rocky Horror Show. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
Hi. Hi, Mrs. Caswell.
Hi, Steve.
Can we catch the 8 o'clock?
No, Lori. It's too late. You'll be exhausted.
Yeah, why don't you both stay here and watch the ball game?
I got basketball practice early.
Oh, Steve, come on. Don't go.
Was he really angry?
More hurt, I guess, than angry. It'll all blow over. I told him that you gotta have a lot of patience with these Caswell women.
So you're not mad anymore?
No.
I'm sorry. Everything just took longer than I expected. Steve, it was so exciting. Oh, I loved it. All those people, the clothes. I didn't feel like me anymore. I felt like a movie star. Oh, it's like acting, you know? We weren't just wearing clothes, having your picture taken.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is. But do you know what the best part of the day was? When you came through the kitchen door just now.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean it. All that stuff in New York, it's all games. It's different with you, Steve.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How?
It's not pretend.
We sent 5 models to David Fenton today. He doesn't like any of them.
I know, he's being very difficult. Of course, the whole mess would be academic if only Dinah Caswell would let her precious daughter work more than 1 day a week.
Why do models have mothers?
Darling, someone's got to get the braces on them.
There he is. Look at that face.
Sandy, he's a porn star. Aren't male models enough trouble?
He is not a porn star. He did it once. He was desperate for the money.
Where did you find this thing? One hesitates to call it a movie.
A friend. It won't be released for a few months yet.
They won't have to release it, darling. It's going to seep out. How tall is he, anyway? Why doesn't he ever stand up?
I don't think I've ever seen zippered sheets before.
Sandy, he's got a very pretty face, but it takes a lot more than that.
Oh, Racine, look, there he is standing up. Christopher York, future male model.
You hope. Well, he certainly isn't short.
Right. We'll be there. Parnell says we wait here until they leave. What time is it? It's 9:15. Rich people sure eat slow.
A toast to Blair and David. May their child make them as happy as she's made us.
Thanks, Mom.
By the way, Grant, if you have any time next week, there's something that I'd like to talk over with you.
Of course, David, anytime. Just give Ellen a call. She'll set something up.
Like maybe a savings account for Tempest, David?
Gentlemen, please. Let's not spoil dinner with business talk.
I agree.
Perhaps the drawing room will inspire us.
See, I told you everything would be fine.
Yeah, sure. Blair, I'd like to speak to you for a moment, please.
Okay.
Lucky you. Probably getting the baby started on his prenatal allowance.
What did you say?
I said that in view of the health complications, it might be best for you to consider a therapeutic abortion.
What health complications?
I know all about it. Now listen, sweetheart. I've done some work on this. I've located some people who can cut through all the red tape and find you and David a nice, brand new, healthy little baby to adopt.
I don't believe this. You spoke to Dr. Van Adams, didn't you?
Yeah, we just happened to meet at the club, played a little tennis.
Oh, and you
together.
just happened to force this out of him.
Well, you'd never tell me about it. I'm your father. I have a right to know.
Don't you see what you've done? Don't you realize what a violation of my privacy this is?
I'm just being sensible. And when David finds out the facts, I'm sure he'll agree.
Dare to tell David.
You're my daughter, damn it! I'm concerned about you. I'm frightened for you. Don't you see that? I don't want anything to happen to you, and I won't let it. That's why you cannot have this baby.
Fortunately for the baby, and for me and David, that's not your decision.
Sweetheart.
If you breathe a word of this to Mother or David, Daddy, I love you, but this is my life now, mine and David's, and if you force me to choose between you and my marriage, you'll lose.
Cute boy.
This new year, the big game won't be at the Rose Bowl. It'll be in the Rose Garden. Catch every episode of Pasadena with host and star player Dana Delaney. The Pasadena Cereal Bowl. Monday, January 2nd, starting at 11, only on SoapNet.